Well, hi, it's nice to talk to you. I mean, I'm sorry that you didn't win, but it's nice to talk to you.
Thank you. I don't say I didn't win. I say I got runner up because I feel like I did everything in my power to win. It's just it was given to other people and put in their hands. They just chose. I don't really. They chose me, which is weird, but they didn't. Their actions didn't match their words. We'll just say that.
Okay, well, expand now you got to expand on that, what you mean. I'm assuming you're talking about Philip from what I've read in your other interviews, but so talk about that a bit.
Yeah. More just so I looked at an article from Entertainment Weekly, and it's like, okay, who do you want to win? And majority of the cast says Letty, like 9 out of 11. Only two say David, but yet David won. So to me, well, Dixon said either one. He didn't have a preference, but to me, if those are the numbers, why are your actions not matching your words? If you wanted me to win, why didn't you help me win? So I think there's a lot of confusion coming out of this of
Okay.
people's intentions, but at the same time, um, I do realize it's a game, and I realize I don't have to talk to all these people again for the rest of my life. Like I got my friends, I got my family, I got the people I love. Uh, so that's the end. That's all I have to say for that.
Originally, other than the money, why did you decide to join the show?
I love competing above everything else in my life. I am many things. The number one thing I am is a competitor. Well, the number one thing is a child of God, and then the number two thing is a competitor. I feel so much joy from competing. I feel like it brings me purpose. I feel like I'm able to challenge myself and get outside of my comfort zone to really push my limits and see what I'm able to do and see what I'm able to accomplish. And the opportunity to go on this show was so enticing to me, not just to win millions of dollars, but to go and challenge myself, to put myself in an environment that I've always wanted to be in since I was a little girl. I watched Survivor growing up. I watched, Deal or No Deal growing up. I watched America's Idol. I watched all these shows with my family because we're in the Midwest and like that's what you do at night. And so being able to go and accomplish something that a younger version of me would have been so proud to see was very rewarding.
So, having watched all those reality shows, what surprised you the most going in? Wasn't, I mean, like, wasn't what you expected it to be?
It was honestly, it was exactly what I expected. I expected it to be mentally challenging with people lying and manipulating. I expected the challenge. Okay, well, I expected the challenges to be harder.
I take the mental ones, the mental part of it was more difficult than the physical part for you, obviously, if you enjoyed the challenges that much, if they were that easy for you.
For me, I was surprised how easy for me the challenges were. They were easy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I would love to be like, oh no, they were easy, like straight up to me.
Which one did you enjoy the most then?
The sandcastle challenge. Oh my gosh, I'm just salivating thinking about it. It was so much fun. I got my sandcastle out first, and then I ran to talk to Rock and help him out. Then I ran to Dixon's and literally got his out for him, yanked it, broke the handle, started stabbing the sandcastle to get his out. Then I went to Seychelles sandcastle and got hers out for her. That challenge was so much fun. I was like an adult playing in the sand, but it was just such a heightened version. I remember when I was digging through my sandcastle, it was a lot harder than it looked. It was very, very dense, but it was so fun to just like push through. Like mentally, I was right next to MG and I'm just like poof, poof, just like scraping through it, and I'm just telling myself keep going, like don't stop yet, don't stop, because I'm used to pushing myself physically.
Right.
I'm used to overcoming my thoughts of this is tiring, stop, to continue to go on. So it was fun to like do that and then go do that for other people and other people and other people. Yeah, the challenges were my bread and butter. I had so much fun with them. And I was expecting some more puzzles, but weren't so many puzzles.
True. So let me ask you then, did you have a hard time, not necessarily with the mental part, but with the backstabbing part? Because you didn't seem to be down with a lot of what a lot of people did, but you
Yeah, I
didn't play that
think
way.
I So this is the way that you have to play Deal or No Deal Island. Like every game is a little different. There's so much luck involved that you have to assess the situation that just happened and then think about how you can come on top with it. So, CK screwed us over, a bunch of us over by telling other people our plan and really helping David and Parvati hide behind her while she was the big target for everybody after that. That was tough for me because I still wanted to work with CK. But at the same time, she did something that maybe she would do again.
Yeah.
So the hard part of the social aspect is the trust. It's not talking, manipulating, getting people on your side. It's trusting people that are lying.
Right. That makes sense. What do
Yeah.
you think was your best move?
Mm, I think it's actually deciding not to get the captain's case on the challenge that me and CK were the captains. Because I thought about it, right? Like I wanted to keep myself safe, especially after CK just blew up my game. And I think deciding to keep it cool and continue to have this strategy of, you know, bronze coming out on top. Like I was really depending on my social game and my physical game to help me out so I wouldn't need to do anything that was, lying or undermining other people. So probably being true to who I was and still choosing to play the honest game and not screwing other people over is a move that was really important, I think, in that moment because I wanted to grab the case that made me safe and I chose not to.
That's fair. Now, I was going to ask you a bigger mistake, but you made it to the very end, so maybe you don't feel you made any mistakes. But is there anything
Yeah.
you would have done differently at
I would have
all?
told Philip to drop. I said, Philip, screw the 75K. You might make $10 million. Like drop. Another issue with that is who am I to tell somebody what
Right.
financial situation they're in and what they need to bring home to their family?
That's fair. Do you still talk to any of these people? I mean, do you feel like any of
Yeah.
the relationships are real?
Yeah. So me, Seychelles, and Michelle actually visited Dr. Will in LA. He took us to a Lakers game. He took us to a Sabrina Carpenter concert. We have a ball, and Murray and Grace came along too. It was super fun. And I'm moving to New York, so I'm gonna hit up Seychelles. I actually ran a marathon with Storm. Don't recommend. Wasn't fun. So yeah, I'm still chatting with some of them. I mean, they've held an important part of my life. Going on the show was the best experience of my entire life, and so um, yeah, I have fond memories with them on the show, and it's cool to see them in different cities and their real life and the real world, and connect with them that way too.
How do you think you've changed since you've been on the show? What have you learned about yourself, or what's different since then?
I've learned that having people like you is not important, but having people around you that show you the same love that you give them is more important. I would rather have 3 friends that treat me the way that I treat them than 20 friends that treat me not great all the time, um, and call me their friend.
What was your favorite part of the island? I know some people got to go around after. I don't know if you had a lot of time because you were there till the end, but
Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't. The location, the sunrises, they were beautiful. And also late at night, I had to go to the bathroom a lot of times. So I would just go behind my ear and I'd come out and I'd look at the sky. And I've never seen a sky filled with so many stars before. We're on an island, so there's not a lot of light pollution. And so being able to look up and just talk to God pretty openly was a very beautiful thing.
you talked about watching the different shows as you grew up. What's it like now, having been on the show and people talking to you? And I'm assuming you probably have people come up to you. How has that changed your life?
I always think when I interact with people, if I was in their shoes, how would I want this person to make me feel and treat me? And so I love seeing people. I absolutely love seeing people and interacting with them. And, I always ask people if we can get a picture together because I know sometimes I would be intimidated to ask somebody for a picture. And I always ask people their name because I want them to feel like they're important. And I always, chat with people as if I know them. Like, because genuinely, if somebody knows me and sees me on the show, I was my authentic self. I was me. So they're not just coming up because they're like, oh, Letty was on Deal or No Deal. They're
Right.
coming up to me because they're cool with me. And someone who's cool with me could potentially be my friend in the future, right? Like I just don't know them yet. But like everyone who comes up to me, I really view them as a friend that I just haven't gotten the chance to know yet.
That's awesome. Now, you played the case game. Not a lot of people, not everybody did, but you
Right.
got to play it. I know sometimes in last year they offered people deals to leave. If they had offered you money of your own deal, would you have left?
No, I was
Okay.
not
I
there.
figured
I
that's
was
what
not
you'd say.
there. Yeah, yeah. No, I was not there to win 75K. I was not there to win 100K. I was not there to win 150K. I was there to walk away a millionaire. I don't want to go on a show and not reach my full potential. I'm not a perfectionist, but I'm someone who really loves to invest in myself. I really love to take the time to read. I really love to take the time to be in the gym. I really like to push my limits. I don't want to live a mediocrity life. I don't want to live a normal life. I really don't. And so for me, if I would have bailed out at a offer that they had, that would have been very unauthentic and very untrue to what I preach and who I am.
That makes sense. Do you
Mm-hmm.
tend to try to be on any other reality shows now? I know sometimes when I was going to say once you're on one, you want to do more. What are
Yes, yes. There are so many. I mean, I'm one of those people that there's so much possibility because I'm so fresh in this, and I'm also single. So it's I'm kind of getting to the age where I need to not be on a show for love. So it's like I'd have to be on a love show now if I wanted to go on a love show. But I also see people connect on these reality competition shows like The Challenge and Big Brother. Something two of them that are in my current eyesight that I think would be really fun is one, The Challenge, and also Traders. I watched the season that Parvati was on when I came back home, and then I just watched the most recent season, and the production of that, the pageantry behind it, the outfits, Alan, they do a phenomenal job of making it so fun, not just there to compete for the prizes, but there for the the theatrics behind
Mhm.
everything. And I was a theater kid when I was really little before I played sports, and so that theater kid is still in me, and I love all the extraness in it.
Yeah, it's a fun show. Well, good luck. Hopefully in the future I'll see you on something else then and be talking to you.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, I'll be on another Zoom with you, Jamie, and then we
Yeah.
can chat about whatever I'm doing next.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Have a good rest of your day.
All right. Thank you. You too. Bye
Thanks.
bye.